Good afternoon. Welcome to Profit Lifter Live. Today, we are going to be talking about how to automate your marketing for the maximum return on investment. Because at the end of the day, if you're not making money from your marketing, you're not doing it right. And we want to fix that for you. Make sure that you've got all the tools that you need at your fingertips to be able to automate and dominate your marketplace. So we're going to hop right in. If you have any questions or if you've got any feedback for me, make sure you leave it in the comments. I am watching like a hawk to see what you guys are saying, and would love to be able to help out. So today we're going to be talking about automating your marketing. This is not going to be our typical long-term nurture game. This is going to be a little more advanced session. I'm going to be talking about some of the ideas, some of the snap-ons that we're building, some of the things, the tools that we're putting in place for you to be able to automate your marketing so that you've got everything right there at your fingertips to really make an impact. Before we jump into the lesson, though, there's a couple things that I want to share with you and show you. One, our Snap-on library is getting remodeled, is getting revamped. We are aggressively rolling out new Snap-ons and all sorts of really cool tools for you to be able to use. So like, as we're talking about some of these automations today, these are going to be Snap-ons that we're going to be building out for you so we can help you automate every part of your business from top to bottom. Make sure that you got all the tools right inside your Profit Lifter account to do that. The other thing is that we have actually started, give me just a second here. Got to find it. Yeah, got to find my screen here. We have actually started working on creating specific channels for you guys in the membership area. And this is our resource centers, members. I'm going to put it in the chat here for you. This is at members.profitlifter.com. These are going to be specific trainings based on what you need. So some of you guys that may be partners with a certain company, you're going to have a specific channel to come in and ask questions specifically about the assets that you have, so that we're able to communicate with you better and have more of a private place that we can really open up about marketing tactics, conversion ideas, things like that. So if you are not in the members area in your Profit Lifter account, it is actually on the left-hand side. It says Resource Center, and it will let you jump in right there to be able to see that. All right, that's all the fun announcements that I got for right now. Let's get into the lesson and let's start diving in. If I can remember how to click right. Okay, here we go. Marketing automation, the modern necessity. Look, automate equals dominate. If you are spending time on manual marketing, you're behind the times, man. It's time to catch up. Li, how you doing today? Glad to see you on. You are one of my favorites. I'm super glad that you're here. But manual marketing, manual task, anytime you have to manually sit down and do something, you are reducing your effectiveness. As a small business, even as a big business, you have got to know how much your time is worth. Now, the reason that manual marketing is such a time suck is because if you've got to sit down and write an email or try to track down somebody, your response time is going to be slow. It's not going to be consistent. Not only that, like if you're going through and hiring VAs for tracking and doing all this stuff, it's expensive. You're spending money in places that could be invested in ad budgets or lead campaigns, things like that. Automated marketing is going to help you get faster engagements. It's going to keep your clients engaged, your leads engaged. It's going to improve your follow-up rates. And not only that, you're going to get a higher return on investment on your campaigns, meaning that instead of you just having to spend all this time just kind of hoping that you get some of those low-hanging fruit, now you're going to be able to have more time to be able to really engage on some of the higher activities, spend more time on following up with your hot clients. And I'm going to show you exactly how to do that in what we're talking about. So the first thing that we're going to talk about is lead scoring. Lead scoring. This is one of the new Snap-ons that I'm working on for you guys, and I'm excited about this one. So what lead scoring does, essentially, it takes the actions and the activities that a lead is taking on your website with your email campaigns, with surveys, with all these different things, and it's applying a score to them. This is such a valuable piece of information, because now when you sit down with the lead, or you're looking at, oh, who do I have that's interested, you're going to actually have a like a report card on them to know, are they ready to buy? What's the highest, like now you're going to know that you're going to have a higher scoring lead that you're going to be able to just plug in right there and look at and go, hey, look, this guy's a 10 out of 10. Definitely start reaching out, maybe even pick up the phone call and talk with them. This lead scoring is it's going to actively engage based on multiple page visits, form submissions, taking surveys, reading emails, clicking in emails, all of that. So this is such a great way to be able to watch the leads that are coming through, to know that, okay, is this really a good person? And the reason this works so well for your business is that, like, if you pitch somebody and you send them a follow-up email, they're not clicking, they're not engaging, they're not doing anything, they're not really all that interested in the activity. They're not really in a buying position yet. Their intent may be right, their interest may be high, but they're just not ready for that purchase process yet. And so those are the type of people, okay, they're just gonna remain in the nurture cycle. This is going to help save a massive amount of time for you. So instead of you just always having to go back and follow up and just pick up the phone for every person, you're going to be able to look at it and go like, look, dude, this guy hasn't looked at anything. He's not responding to text messages. He's not looking at emails. There's nothing that they're actually doing that is going to increase the value of that notifies me that this is actually a good, legitimate lead to be able to talk to. So now you're going to be spending your time on people who are hot, they're active, they're engaged, they're reading and consuming the information that you're providing, which that's somebody that's showing high intent, high buying signals, and very ready to go. Now, we can't talk about automating without talking about AI. AI is going to be is the game changer. There's a lot of cool changes coming up with AI and some of the AI processes that we're building out for you. We're actually talking with a couple different agencies right now that will handle outbound AI calls, so that will automatically be embedded inside of your Profit Lifter account to be able to help with this. Where I think AI falls into the automation game right now, as people in the United States. If you're one of my friends that's hanging out worldwide, this may not apply to you, but buyers are not ready to buy from robots yet. They are not ready to buy from AI. But this is where your AI can confirm appointments. When somebody opts in, you can have AI make an outbound call, say, hey, we noticed that you opted in for our lead magnet. Just wanted to call and say thanks. See if you had any questions. Like, it can handle that process of that instant communication. It can answer your FAQs. It can re-engage cold leads for you. There's just all sorts of activities that AI can handle. Now, with the phone calls, one of the things that I love about, or that I'm really excited about launching with the AI calls, is using it as almost as a setter position. So instead of having to go out and hire a bunch of a team of all these people who are going to be going out and making all these calls, now you're going to have one consistent AI bot the entire time that's going to be making outbound calls and engaging for you. So if somebody doesn't schedule an appointment, you've already got their contact information. The AI bot can call them and be chasing them and do that for you. And then if somebody gets on the phone like, yeah, I don't know if I'm ready to schedule an appointment, I have a couple questions, it can answer those questions, help you overcome those objections, and move them into this process. Next, with the SMS on that side, this is going to help you. And I can't even tell you if you guys knew how many times our AI bot was responding to you, like, you would understand. Like, I'm not afraid to run text message campaigns now, because we have the AI bot connected to our SMS campaigns. meaning that it's going to have those conversations over text with you, for you, not with you, but for you. And then the beauty of it is it gets to a point that this will actually cut off once it's ready to go to a person, meaning that once they see that, once the AI is able to recognize that that they're ready to be talked to. Thanks for the love. We appreciate this. That once it sees that it needs to go over to a real person, it can make that transfer, or it can notate it in the system, create tasks. I mean, the beauty of your SMS being integrated directly inside of your Profit Lifter account means that it has access to automation. It has access to trigger automation. It has access to trigger workflows based off the activity. So if somebody's texting back and forth, they're like, hey, I think I'm ready to buy it. Oh, cool. And it could just share your website link for them to check out right then and there. That's what AI is designed to do, is it's taking that manual activity off of you and letting it be automated with the AI. And the beauty of it is it's never sick. It never has family emergencies. It's never not available for you to use, meaning it can be available 24/7. Now, just because your AI bot is 24/7 doesn't mean that consumers are. So some of the ways that you can be integrating this is, one, during office hours or during acceptable times with the TCPA, absolutely have the AI call and text. But some of the other things, some of the other sides of this. Hey, thanks, Steve. Glad to see you on here today. I'm glad you're hanging out with me. I appreciate the feedback. But while this is going on, while you're some of the ways that you can integrate this is you can actually put a click to call button on your landing page. So that way you can say, hey, look, want to talk to somebody 24/7, we're able to answer your questions. They click, they call. Now it's an inbound call. There's no reason that your AI can't handle an inbound call. So having this availability is going to help with kind of the different demographics of people, because when you get into marketing, you have to think outside of how you function, and you need to start thinking about how everybody functions. And what I mean by that is really simple. Like, I'll give you an example. My wife, she hates talking to people on the phone, like despises talking to people on the phone. She will find every excuse she can to not actually have to talk to somebody on the phone. Opposed to, and we all know them, those people that anytime they have a question, your cell phone rings. Like they're just immediately, I'm going to call them and talk to them. That having the different paths and the different options for people is going to allow all the different types of archetypes of leads that you have coming through be able to engage with you on the way that they want to engage with you. And this is such a powerful way, because powerful tool, because now instead of you having to force people into scheduling a consultation, or force people into calling you, or force people into email, now they're choosing their path of how they want to engage with you. And you've got the AI there to be able to back it up and to be able to work with you through that. So as AI progresses, don't be scared. Start using it. It is the way of the future. And not only that, but if you can incorporate an AI bot, even with outbound calling. So to put this in perspective, I've looked at the numbers. I've looked at like what's it cost to hire like a full-time AI outbound call. Like if they're working 10, 12 hours a day, making 2-3 phone calls at a time, what does that look like from a cost standpoint? And the AI dialers are based off of cost. It actually comes out to about $6 to $7 per hour to have 2 to 3 people on the phone for you constantly with AI. Meaning that, yes, you are going to have a little bit of investment, but my God, that's such a cheap investment for the return that you're going to get to have an AI that's there, that's constantly responding to all of your channels of communication. Now, inside of your Profit Lifter account, this also means that the AI can engage with people on Messenger, LinkedIn messages, Google My Business messages, WhatsApp. So you're not just limiting it, like you can really expand this out to be able to engage with everybody on all the different platforms that they're working on. So don't embrace the AI. Love the robots. They're here to stay. If those of you guys who may be a little reluctant, not sure how this is all going to play out, AI is to the world what the internet was when it launched. Right now, people are starting to slowly adopt it, but as it gets really rolling, AI is going to change everything just as much as the internet changed everything and how we operate. So don't be afraid of it. It's going to evolve. It's still rough around the edges in some areas, but that's okay. Being an early adopter means that as it progresses, you're going to be on top of the game and you're going to be ready for the future just as much as you are optimizing your time right now. All right. So we've covered AI. What was, man, I forgot the first thing that we had talked about. Man, sorry guys. Oh, lead scoring. We've talked about lead scoring. We've talked about AI. Next thing we're going to talk about trigger links. Trigger links are actually a really cool little tool that's built inside your Profit Lifter account that can trigger activities based off of somebody clicking a link. And so a trigger link, basically what it does is it puts a trigger link basically puts a code onto a link. So it may be like profitlifter.com/?= equals blah, 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 and have a big string of things. What that trigger link is doing is when they click that button, it's registering that inside of your CRM. And then you can use that trigger link as a trigger in your workflows. How this is going to be effective to you is, one, website behavior. You start using your trigger links on your website. Now, if somebody goes to a pricing page and visits trigger link, it will trigger an immediate follow-up for them. Meaning that if they just go to, they go to a landing page, they go to a specific page that you have on your website. Let's say you launch a new page that says, hey, look at all this cool stuff that we have. And they go and they click on that page. Now you can use that page as a trigger itself, but you can also use links inside of there to tag them for your lead scoring, for automated follow-up. So if somebody goes to a page, you can send out emails and text messages going, hey, saw that you were looking at pricing. Do you have any questions? Something that I can help you out with? Content engagement. This is huge. Video views. If somebody's watching videos, now they're going to be able to click in, see exactly what's going on, and you can tag them and trigger all of your sequences based off of their views. Ella, I see your message. I'm not going to display that. I do know I can. We would be happy to talk with you. That's actually a question for Brett. If you want to email him, it's brett@profitlifter.com. But yeah, that's something. With that, I try not to get into some of those on live videos like this. But if you check out if you hop into to that channel that I showed you, I'd be happy to answer that question in the group for you there and help you out on that side. Some of the other ways that you can use these trigger links: cart abandonment. Meaning that when somebody goes to your website, they're looking at your pricing, they may go through. You can use them not finishing their checkout for lead scoring, for automation. So now you can have a cart abandon campaign, meaning that they submit the first part of your form but don't actually check out. You can trigger automations based off that, saying, hey, we noticed that you didn't check out. We noticed that, hey, you got stuff left in your cart. We've all seen these emails. These are based off of trigger links. These are based off of conversations. The next is conversions, purchase triggers, onboarding, and upsell sequences, where now when they purchase based off of specific links, you can trigger different automations, different follow-ups based off of that. The other side with trigger links work amazing in emails as well, where you can embed them inside of your emails. That way, if somebody's visiting, you're able to track their activity, see exactly what they're looking at, and then kind of custom tailor their experience with you based off of the movements, the activities, the things that they're engaging with you on, and help you to move through that process. All right, let me give you an example. This is going to be trigger links workflow superpowers. Workflow trigger links are going to help you. These are going to help you with your workflow activation. One click starts a complex automation sequence tailored to prospect needs. Dynamic tagging, add or remove tags automatically based off of link integrations. Team notifications, great idea. Alert your sales team when high value prospects engage with critical content. This is a deliberate action. This is a sniper approach. This is not a shotgun approach. Next, you want to think about automated follow-ups. Trigger personalized emails, SMS sequences without the manual work. Imagine if you walk into your office tomorrow morning and you have a list of, hey, here's your top 10 people who have been engaging with you that have bumped up in a lead score. Now, if you're working your database, now you have the ability to just pick up the phone and go, hey man, saw that you're clicking around on our stuff. What you doing? You ready to buy? You ready to get going? All of these activities are designed to be able to help you with your engagement. Because look, getting people to your landing pages is one side. Getting them to opt in, that's another thing. Getting them to move and to actually take action based off of them being in your list, that's your long-term money. Because look, at the end of the day, people opting in is cool, but if you're not converting them after they opt into your list, if you're not really marketing to them, if you're not really grabbing them and getting them engaged, you're missing out on a lot of the activities that they can be engaging with, that they can be working through. All right, last one that we're going to cover today is tag management. This sounds tedious, this sounds nasty, but tags are your little secret hidden weapon inside of your arsenal. I love Deadpool. I've been a huge Deadpool fan for a lot of years. Deadpool 3, he has this little tiny knife. He calls it his baby knife. And I love it because it makes me think of like tags. I'm like, ooh, this is my little baby knife. So tags are basically like just little like words or explanations of actions that people are taking. Tags let you segment your leads. They're going to organize based off of activities, meaning that if somebody clicks a trigger link, and let's say you're offering business credit or business loans, and somebody clicks something about an MCA, now you know that they're interested, or at least at a minimum not opposed to discussing options about an MCA. Now you're starting to understand their intent. You're starting to understand what they're looking for based off the information. Using your tags to be able to segment by interest, behaviors, or life cycle stages is going to optimize your marketing. Because if you tag somebody and you go, hey, they're a hot lead, and now you're running a special, you're running a sale, you can segment your entire list based off of that tag and target those people with more aggressive marketing. So instead of just having one email that goes out to everyone, now you've got one, you're like, hey, look, this one's specifically for our hot leads because we're going to be a little more aggressive on the sales side. We're going to be a little more aggressive on the conversion language because we know that they're interested. We know that they're moving around. The other thing that tags do is tags trigger automations. So based off of your different, the interests, the behavior, the life cycles, all of this, you can trigger different automations when a tag is applied, when a tag is removed. You can filter it out. Like if this tag is here and this tag is here, then do this. Or if that's not there, then do this. Meaning that those tags are going to allow you the ability to segment the actions and the leads based off of what's going to be available. So when you are finished adding all of these features to Profit Lifter, will they be readily available for all of us to use? Yeah, they're going to be. These are going to be added inside the Snap-on library. That's exactly why we build these, so we can create these as Snap-ons that you guys can just add them to your Profit Lifter system and start using them as you need to. Next, tags are going to help with target campaigns. Run exclusive offer to your hottest segment. I kind of jumped ahead and caught up with that. Measure results. You can track your performance of people who opt in. You can look at your ROIs, your return on ad spend. You can look at your cost per click, your engagement. These are all tracked through tags. So tags are one of the fastest, easiest, and most secure ways to automate the process, to be able to work through this. So we've talked through a lot of different things. We've talked through 4 different areas: watching your tags, using trigger links, using AI, and then lead scoring. So we've covered 4 different ways that you can optimize this. So let's put this in action. Let's think through what this process would actually look like. Initial engagement. Lead visits a landing page. They receive a score. The system tracks the behavior, and from there, I would actually add a tag. Interest indicated. Pricing page click adds interested tag. Trigger an AI SMS message, meaning that your AI is going to start sending out text messages to them based off of them indicating that they're interested because of their clicks. Nurturing. Email engagement increases scores. Multiple opens trigger sales outreach, meaning that you can create or move an opportunity in your sales pipeline based off of how much they are actually engaging with the tags or engaging with the content based off of all of their activity. So now your segmenting of your leads inside of your pipeline can be hot, warm, cold. So when you come in the morning, you've got 10 people who have automatically moved into that hot phase inside of your pipeline. Like, it doesn't get any easier to make sales in this. And then lastly, the conversion. All steps can happen automatically inside of your Profit Lifter account. This is the beauty of it. This is the conversion. You can automate everything. You are still going to have to be involved in the sales pitch, though. Let's get that straight. If you get a lead, you still have to call your leads. You still need to pitch them. If you're selling a smaller product, you can get not as much. Like if somebody's buying a $20 lipstick, and you're not going to need to call them. But if you're a high ticket item, you're still going to have to call them. You're still going to have to engage with them and connect with them on that side. Big ticket sales, anything really over $1,000 in the business to business space is going to require a conversation. Anything over $100 in the B2C side is going to require a conversation as well. And that may have moved up a little bit. That was historical data based off 2-3 years ago. With inflation and all that number very likely could have risen at that point. So that conversion is going to help you as well. So let's talk about some numbers. The power of marketing automation: faster conversion, 58% faster conversion. Reduce your sales cycle. There's no reason that you shouldn't be converting people at a faster rate. Saving your time, eliminate manual follow-up, eliminate the guesswork. 200, we've seen people with well over 250% ROI increases based off their automation. I mean, I can tell you, I've increased my conversion over my return on investment for our ad campaigns and our lead campaigns exponentially. Like 250% is still on the low side. There's no reason you shouldn't be automating. Build out and automate everything. You have 4 new tools and fun ways that you can play around with things to be able to make it work. Because at the end of the day, my goal is I want to help you scale your business. Automation is no longer optional. If you're hanging out with me, you know this. Automate, dominate. That's the only way you're going to get ahead in business. Manual processes are dead. People who are still dinosaurs trying to manually handle your sales process. I feel this the same way as showing up to work with a pad of paper and a pen. That's basically all you're doing at that point. Automate everything. It produces consistency. It turns it into a measurable process, because if you're not measuring it, you're not going to optimize it. It's critical. Automation is the key to your growth. Every interaction should move leads forward. You should never send an email without tracking it, without knowing what's happening, where they're going to go, how everything's going to work. And if you need this done for you, if you want to figure out how you can plug in all these cool automations with our Snap-on library, visit us at profitlifter.com. Or if you have questions, you want to talk with us directly, you can give us a call at 877-661-1155. And until next time, you guys are all rock stars in your own rights. See you next week, and